All right, welcome to the Let It Fly show. I am Michael Severe. This is Josh Jones, Central High School and Creighton Blue Jay, live from the beautiful studios at the Let It Fly Sports Bar in the Capital District in downtown Omaha.
Hey, guess what?
Tell me. Okay, chicken butt.
That's old school.
That's my wife. She said all the time to the
My mom
kids.
used to say that, man.
What you got?
Dang. One time my mom said it to me 9 times. I was like,
In a row?
Mom,
Stop it.
Mom, guess what?
You're killing me, Mom.
Yeah, exactly.
You're killing me. That's funny.
My birthday, Halloween, man.
That's a heck of a. Is that okay?
I don't know.
Because some people don't like having, like my kids is on the 30th of December.
Word.
So it's close to Christmas.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine what it would be like to have it December 25th or to have your birthday on July 4th or Halloween.
I think when you ask me now, about to be 34, is it okay?
Yeah.
Nah, because my son tricked my day off. You know, like I got a trick or treat now.
So it's his day.
So I'm not. He ain't tricking my day off.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, we don't get to celebrate the way that I used to. And then keep it 100 with you. I didn't really dress up like that before, but it's just the principle. That's my birthday, man.
Okay, another thing I've never done. I said I've never used eye drops. I've never used chapstick, and I don't dress up for Halloween. Even when I was a little kid, I refused to dress up for Halloween.
I did about twice.
When I was a kid, I was like, I ain't doing it.
So my middle school and my
and I went to Catholic school.
In
so
my house, me too.
They didn't let us do it.
Right.
It was like some pagan ritual.
And so mine was across the street from the Jesuit middle school at the time, across the street from my house. I was 3rd generation, and I was honored to have my whole entire school come to my birthday party.
That's pretty sweet.
But it's because it's 30 paces away from the school, though.
See what I never had?
Yeah, we played Killer Man. That's what we did for my birthday. We played Killer Man, threw it up, everybody tackled, a couple of fights happened.
That's a better name than what we called it.
What y'all call it?
I can't say it on the radio. but yeah, we can't say it on the radio. But so way back it was called fumbleitis.
Word.
That's what we called it.
Okay.
Then we called it something not right that's totally politically incorrect. And Killer Man's much better.
Killer Man,
I never got to celebrate my birthday at school.
You ever played 5,000?
No, what's 5,000?
So 5,000 is when
like Andre plus 1,000?
This guy.
What? I don't know.
Hey, Andre 3K, by the way, is one of the greatest rappers of all time.
And one of the most unique. Right? He's one of the most unique people.
For sure. But 5,000 is a game where, let's say I got the football, everybody else go long, and we throw it up, and you call a number in the air, and if you get to 5,000 points on the catch, you become.
Can you just say 5,000 and catch the one time?
You can.
I do that.
5,000.
I had hops.
Yep, and everybody go for it. But then that get boring after a while, so we play Killer Man.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I've never got a chance to celebrate.
That was in the hood, man.
My birthday in school because I'm in the summer. I'm June 25th. So I'm in the summer. I could never do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So Hood, and Mac, who is I think I called him our production coordinator.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about here. What we used to do is we would take the cans that we would get that had the Similac in it, and you'd rub the Similac cans until the top piece came off.
Gotcha.
And you put that over the fire hydrant and you shoot the water.
Really?
Oh, it was fun. And then you could put some holes in it too. You can get that going different directions. Oh.
Dang, y'all do that in the summer?
Yep. That's how you stay cool. We had nothing. Kick the can.
Yeah. I play
shoot the water.
Yeah, I play kick the can.
We play stickball. Play some stickball.
Man, I remember.
Stickball.
Hey, shout out my guy Chad. Man,
Chad is stickball champ.
Wow, hit him right in the head.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's why they always say don't go by the guy swinging.
He tried to be an umpire.
That's not good.
And we was like, nah, bro, we don't need one.
Struck.
But that was his first time.
Yeah, it was last time too. If you're looking for an elevated experience in terms of a sports bar, come on down here to Let It Fly Sports Bar. It is one of the coolest places on the planet.
It is.
This is the part where we talk about food and something off the menu. Now, I got a text earlier from Phil, who is our executive producer. Like, are we on camera right here? We're on camera right now? Let me speak to this camera for a second. And Phil asked me, what did you want for your food item?
Yeah.
And I texted him back the food item. Phil, however, is not here.
So you don't got the food item.
So we don't have the food item. But I will tell you.
You heard a laugh in the background?
from the menu, I thought the barbecue burger would be awesome.
No doubt.
If you haven't had the barbecue burger, all the Angus beef here, that's what they do, right? It's awesome. But they also smoke their own pork. And because of that, you get kind of a smoky taste along with the burger. Their barbecue sauce is not sweet as much as it is spicy, which I love.
Oh, you're a sweet or spicy guy?
I'm not a big Kansas City barbecue person because I don't like it extra sweet. I like it either vinegary, like North Carolina, or I like it spicy, like Texas.
So you're not a Gates barbecue dude? You're not one of those guys that go down to Kansas City, I got to get me some Gates?
I get no sauce. Word. So when I don't go to Gates, when we go to Q39,
I
don't get any sauce. I get stuff and don't put sauce on it because I don't like their sweet sauce.
Yeah.
I like me a spicy sauce.
It is
spicy meatball. Here's what's coming up this weekend at Let It Fly Sports Bar. Friday, you got Creighton and Nebraska volleyball. Creighton's playing Villanova. Nebraska's playing Maryland.
Real quick.
Maryland.
you seen Nebraska versus
Wisconsin?
Man, that was lit. How you feel about the walk-off win?
It was amazing. Well, it's kind of anticlimactic to happen on a challenge.
For sure.
But I was down in Lincoln and
that was a good weekend for whomever. You had the football game and then the volleyball game.
So I went to the football
day.
game. Then my wife came up and met me because my kid, Central, was playing at the state marching band thing. And so we go over to the state marching band thing, and the game's getting real hot. It's in the fourth, and it looks like Nebraska might lose, and we're packing all the stuff up, and I'm sitting there with my phone, and people are like over my shoulder seeing what's happening.
Right.
They get to the fifth set, we go to the car, and we sat in the car and just watch the fifth set.
Man,
it was
incredible.
That good. And they're down 12-10 in the fifth, and again, you're like, but you know what they are? They have wherewithal.
Yeah.
They have wherewithal beyond. And it's young wherewithal, which is not normal for a young team. You normally learn how to win. They're already winning.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's pretty amazing.
And the setter, can't think of her name off the top of my head, but true vet.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that leadership, and then they got what's her name, Harper
Murray.
Yeah.
Her dad was a
special.
baller. Yeah.
She's special.
Yeah, she is.
92,003, man.
Can't lose.
Can't lose.
Nebraska football versus Purdue, 2:30, of course. Come on out for that one. Creighton volleyball, Nebraska volleyball also on Saturday, Georgetown and Rutgers. And then always the college football watch party. They got that going on. Sunday, NFL watch party. Come down for the brunch. The brunch is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check that out as well. Chiefs Broncos at 3:25.
Yeah.
And as I said,
that's going to be tight.
Always industry night.
Yeah.
9 to close. The best thing to do if you're going to come down for college or pro football is reserve a table. Go online to the website, Let It Fly, omaha.com, and reserve a table. That's the best way to do it. It makes a bunch of sense. So I already gave you the favorite dish. We don't have it.
Right.
Because Phil's not here.
Have you seen a bit of...
Have I seen Phil? No, I haven't seen him.
Have you seen Victor Wembanyama play?
Last night, every time I turned on the game, he was leaving because of the foul trouble.
Yeah.
I turned it back on.
He ended up turning it up.
He came back. So he came back in the beginning of the fourth quarter and picked up his fifth foul like that. And I was watching him earlier, and he picked up his third foul and went out. So I watched some of the highlights. He had a better game than he did?
Jokic?
Brandon Miller did. The guy right behind him. I'm going to get to that. First of all, let me tell you who's coming on the show today. We got a special guest, Creighton basketball starting very soon, of course. Mason Miller will join us, the sophomore forward out of the state of Tennessee, and Houston High School in Germantown, which is right outside of Memphis. And we'll also, of course, preview Nebraska's Purdue game and give you some of the picks to click and keys to the game and predicting everything. But I was going to ask you about that because NBA started this week, obviously. What are some of the big things that stood out to you so far? And we've only had, not everybody's played yet.
No, right.
We're taping on Thursday night.
What stood out to me is the balance, how competitive it's going to be. I mean, I watched LeBron play.
Denver pick. That's what I put number one. Denver picking up. Left off.
KD. Watch
Devin
him.
Booker, baby.
Yeah. Bradley Beal.
Do you got 20-1?
Hey, it's something about
MVP.
Devin Booker. Speaking about him, man, I just kind of feel like he just got that like that Mamba mode in him. He's not. Nobody will ever have that all the way Kobe mentality, but the way he played his game.
That was Kobe's boy.
He just locked in.
He worked with him a lot. He worked him a lot, 32, 6, and 8 he had.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm telling you, if you can get some futures on the MVP.
But this is without Bradley Beal.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of the games will be without Bradley Beal because Bradley Beal can't stay healthy.
That's true.
I mean, he can't stay healthy, so not
they call
surprised.
Anthony Davis street clothes.
I know, that's my my mom calls him that. I feel so bad for that man.
It's fact, yeah.
Also from the West, OKC.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, it is. Hey, you know who on that bench that I seen?
Who?
Grant Gibbs.
Oh, yeah, he is. Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's
right behind the play. Yeah,
because he was coaching in the G League, wasn't he?
Promoted him.
That's awesome for him.
So shout out to you, my boy.
That's awesome.
That was cool.
SGA, by the way, had 31 10 assists and 5 boards for OKC. He's going to have a huge year.
For sure.
He had that big when he played in the World's Championship things, and now,
Yeah, Alexander is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah,
and he's got a great Shea Gildress. I don't know what that means. Maybe something in German. I don't know. Shea Gildress Alexander? I don't even know what that means.
I ain't going to guess
it. Is it German?
Yeah.
Is it like Schroeder? Is he like the same as Schroeder? The name is just awesome. I think it's cool. I like good names.
Something random came to my mind.
Val Elvis.
Hey, one of my homies, every time he seen Schroeder, he always call him Bobby Schmurder because he got
the thing on his head. That's cold-blooded.
So I just deferred to him as Bobby Schmurder was hooping.
That's funny.
But anyway,
last thing I want we talk about the East a lot. The Knicks losing Madison Square Garden.
Man, let me tell you something.
Tatum had 34.
I feel like if the Knicks actually got like a Wembanyama, bro, basketball be on. Like, it'll be different. I feel like it's balanced now.
So you're telling me if they got the first overall pick in the draft, a transcendent player, they'd be better?
No, I'm telling you that, like, it will make it better for basketball. Because
it'd be good for the Knicks to be good.
It's kind of like, what's the NBA without Bird and Magic? What's the NBA without Lakers Celtics? Yeah. I mean, the Knicks was in there at one point in time.
The Knicks are incredible because they remind me a lot. And I don't even want to say Nebraska because the last time they won
a
world championship, I was 3.
Now, and the last time I actually was excited about watching the Knicks, I was in college at Creighton and Carmelo hit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Patrick Ewing.
Carmelo Anthony hit some crazy.
I liked Melo, man.
Bro.
I never wanted. I wish he'd have stayed at Denver. I think he'd have had a better career if he stayed in Denver.
Well, the thing is, that's what happened when you take money over.
I know.
You know, he had a chance to play with Bron if he wanted to.
And I mentioned earlier, Brandon Miller had a big game playing for Charlotte. They knocked off Atlanta. That was kind of an upset. Atlanta was the favorite in that one.
For sure.
So Nebraska plays Purdue 2:30 on FS1. Some keys to that game, or actually we'll do is the breakdown. So I got 4 things that you need to know about this game. The first one is long plays. All right. So
for
both teams, long plays.
Okay.
That's 10 plus, whether it is a pass or a rush.
Yep.
Nebraska, I told you this before, they're one of the best long play rushing teams in the country and the best in the Big Ten.
Right.
You know who's not good? You know who gives up a lot of long plays? Purdue does. Right. Purdue, matter of fact, is ranked 104th in the country and second most big plays given up in the Big Ten.
Dang.
So remember big plays. Also, special teams. You know, I don't know.
We haven't had a nice special team.
So
bro.
So here's the thing. As bad as Nebraska's special teams may have been this year,
right?
Believe it or not, Purdue's worse.
That's crazy.
They're last in net punting.
Yeah.
Right. They only made 3 out of 9 field goals.
That is
so they're last in making field goals. They just aren't. Now they have some good return guys.
What's their record?
But they're 2-5.
And they're
2-5.
All the reasons you are.
It's funny because they have. I would argue they have more offensive talent than any team in the Big Ten West. They're 3 deep at wide receiver. They're 3 deep at running back. Hudson Card is a really good quarterback.
Sound like
they have a
coaching
decent
to me.
offensive line. You know, here's your example. You know this, what I'm talking about right here, because this is a basketball thing.
Yep.
You know how you could have 5 really good basketball players and a bad team?
Sound like Central before I played.
Exactly. So they have a lot of good players, but they're not a great team. And I think it's because Ryan Walters is a rookie coach.
Yeah.
He hasn't really imprinted his culture on them yet. I think he will, but he still has some problems.
And ain't no shade to that. I'm not saying, like, for me saying Central, I'm saying they were good enough to win it. They just didn't gel.
Oh, sure. That's a lot of it. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Remember when Kenny Bell was here?
Yeah.
And he talked about how good they were for those years, but they never got that win.
That was a team that should have been, like, really,
they never
really
got
good.
that win, that big win. Yeah. Defensive-wise, Nebraska, 3rd most TFLs in the Big Ten. They have 45 of them.
Really?
17 sacks given up already by Purdue. You can get to their quarterback. Defense for Purdue, they play a 5-man front, but they're not very disciplined. They give a lot of big plays. So you need to know that. There could be a lot of fumbles. Have you seen the weather? It's going to be cold.
I know.
It's going to be a little rainy.
I know.
And maybe towards the end, we may get a little snow.
My church, we doing a trunk or treat.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be cold.
Do it early.
I know.
Do it early.
We trying to do it
before it turns.
like 11 to 2.
Do it early before it turns.
Yeah.
Purdue has the 2nd most 3rd down conversions given up in the Big Ten.
Wow.
They give up a lot of 3rd downs. Nebraska needs to get the 3rd downs. They're also last in giving up opponent scoring. They're giving up almost 30 points a game.
Dang, man.
So what I'm saying is Nebraska should win this game. But, as I said, weather won't be great, so you can see some turnovers. Wacky stuff happens in bad weather. And if they put everything together with all the talent, and they were on a bye last week.
I don't know what.
They were on a bye
I
last
was
week.
watching it, and then I don't know what I end up doing. Did Ohio State win? They end up losing or winning?
Ohio State won, right? Yeah.
Okay, that's
Who
what
are they
I
playing?
thought. That's what I forgot. I swear, man, like
they won.
I know. I feel like I know they won.
They're still undefeated.
Okay, good. Because I'm just waiting for them to play Michigan.
I know.
I just want to make sure.
I know.
We need that game. It'll be the best game in college football.
I know. I would rather see them lose just because their head coach annoys me.
For sure.
But I understand what you're saying. You wanted that about a big game.
Yeah.
And it would really give Nebraska. I mean, give the Big Ten a chance to have 2 teams.
I'm telling you,
they're both undefeated.
That is
and
what
it's
I'm
a
trying to
close
tell you.
game.
I'm trying to tell you.
There's certainly a chance that can happen.
The Big Ten will win the national championship.
That's a bold statement. I think the last time it happened was Ohio State.
I know.
In 2012?
2012.
That's That's a long time ago.
This is the
That's
year.
11 years.
This is the year, bro.
One guy to look out for on Purdue, his name is Deion Burks.
Yep.
He is electric at wide receiver.
Okay.
Banged up a little bit during the season, but when he's healthy, he's amazing. Check him out. That's the guy you want to watch out for mainly. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will talk to Mason Miller, the forward for Creighton. We're days away.
I'm happy about this,
We're days away from exhibition basketball and then regular season basketball. And if everything goes scheduled, now I could ask Phil if he was here, but he's not. I think Coach Mack is going to join us next week. Because he was originally scheduled for this week, but I think Coach Mack is going to join us next week.
That's cool.
So we'll take a break. We'll come back with Mason Miller.
Sunday, kind of love.
Purple down. I might. Hey, how you doing? Thank you.
I forgot the sausage.
Dad.
Oh my God. Perfect.
Holy, what's the pitch?
There he goes.
I want a Sunday.
All right, welcome back to the Let It Fly show. Our special guest this week, he is a 6'9" sophomore from the state of Tennessee. Mason Miller joining us. We appreciate it, man. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. Just got down to practice today. So.
How was the Bahamas? And what did that do for you and the team making that trip?
Oh, I mean, it was nice being able to have the extra practices this summer. So, I mean, we got to have extra 10 practices. So, we really got to have, like, all the new guys coming in because we had a lot this year. So, having all the extra time with them and then being able to play extra games in the Bahamas, it was really good for us to get, like, everyone situated and everything ready for us.
Hey, you don't say a lot, do you?
Did you have fun, though? I mean, we didn't talk about the fun. I want to hear the fun part. I want to hear the beaches, right?
I'm just saying, like, when I see you, like, you just be chilling, you observe. You probably got, I mean, everybody got that inner friend circle, man, but you just be chilling, man. Like,
yeah. I mean, a little bit. I mean, I like to talk a little bit, but I mean, when I'm on the court and everything, when I'm trying to get focused,
for sure.
I'm trying to be focused.
Yeah. No doubt.
Give me some of the things you worked on this offseason to get better.
A lot more ball handling stuff, trying to be able to, create more things for the team because we had Art last year who had that. So losing that piece and having that gone. So having that now this year with me, having other people too, it's good for me to do that. And then also just get more weight, of course.
I know you a sophomore.
Yeah.
I feel like last year you did a really good job of rebounding and playing your role, spreading the floor.
Yep.
I know we got Trout, that's going to be a big asset or whatever. Yeah. Obviously, you probably got aspirations of trying to start if you can or whatever. Kind of talk about, like, from your perspective, like, how has he been an asset to inspire you to be better?
Yeah, I mean, having him, another great shooter on the team. It's honestly like having, like, even with Jason too. I mean, he's another one that.
Jason Green. Yeah.
I mean, all of us. It's good for us though, because having inner like team like battles is good for us. Having being able to like have people where you want to fight in the team and kind of just keep going and pushing each other. So it's been helping us a lot. Mason
Miller joining us here on Let It Fly show. So do you think of yourself as a starter?
I mean, as of now, yeah. I mean, it's whatever the coaches need me to do, but as of now, that's what the lineup's looking like, yeah.
What do you like? Because there are some guys, Vinny Johnson, old school, microwave, coming off the bench to score some points.
That was me when I played.
Do you like that a little bit? Because being a six-man sometimes is as important as being a starter.
No, being a six-man's great. I mean, either way, it's perfect with me. It's just whatever helps the team, get whatever you need to do.
Yeah, you just tell Farabello, go sit down. I got the six-man. Go ahead.
That's funny. No, so as I think about this season coming up or whatever, I look at y'all schedules. What's a game that you looking forward to? I mean, you're a sophomore. You got your feet wet your freshman year. Like, what's that game that you got that X on your calendar for?
Please say revenge against Nebraska. No,
no. Nebraska's definitely up there. Big game for me. I think Alabama. I think that's going to be a really fun game.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really fun game. They're projected to be pretty good this year, and then also just their fans are fun to go against. And my cousin actually goes there.
Word.
Oh, really?
We got an Omaha kid that went to my high school, Latrell Ricel.
Oh, really?
They transferred in, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I was saying yesterday to somebody, like, I'm not wishing bad on Creighton, but I'm always cheering for Central.
Heck yeah.
You feel me?
Exactly. I'm sure Latrell's a good kid, and his dad's a good person as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel there'll be extra pressure on the team? Like today, they had you guys at 8, right? Is there extra pressure when you look at that number next to your name?
I mean, we had that last year too. We were ranked pretty high last year, and last year obviously it did have a little bit of pressure on us. We had that little 6-game skid, but this year I think we kind of went through that last year, so I think we'll be good this year to get through it.
What was your welcome to college basketball moment?
Probably playing against Arkansas. Arkansas was a big one for me. Almost got dunked on that game, actually, by Jordan Walsh.
I seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah, that was probably my biggest.
Is he
one
like
for sure.
that athletic-wise?
Oh, he's like that.
Is he 6'9", or how tall was it?
He's probably around 6'9", but he's got like a 7'2" wingspan.
Man.
That game getting that was the one that got in the 90s, or was it the Arizona game? Which one was really high scoring? Was it Arkansas?
been
No, that could have been. It could have been.
Because I remember that was back and forth all the way through.
yeah.
That's the game that Nimhard got that dunk. I didn't know he had that in him.
Yeah, no. Wild.
Walk us through your recruitment, how that process went, who was after you, how'd you make the decision to come to Omaha?
It was actually Huss. He already he left now, but
coach.
he was the biggest one on me. But it was a pretty chill process, really. They were really off of me because they know I wasn't really like one of the people that like wanted like all like the calls every single day and everything. But they were really chill with it, and they were one of the first teams to actually offer me. Yeah, it was probably my sophomore year. They were my first team to offer me, and then it was a pretty chill process for real.
How does it feel to be reunited with your boys, some of your high school teammates and stuff like that?
It was definitely nice. I had Xander when he came in my freshman year. He was on my team. But then we got now Brock and J Law now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've really always had someone from Memphis on the team, which is crazy.
How many times y'all win state? Like twice? Once?
Well, my junior year, we're going to win it, but we got COVID.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to go.
That matter, bro. Like
This whole generation, man.
Yeah, and
something's taken away from them.
Yeah, I can't even
Everybody, everyone.
I won state 3 times.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine if I won twice. Yeah.
You're not the only one. Like so many of the guys, we had one of the football players from Nebraska, and his recruiting process was he couldn't go visit anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it was
Same
COVID.
with
He
me.
lost that whole thing, that
Same with me.
experience that you would
I only
have.
got to visit like Ohio State. That's the only one I got to go.
Really?
So did y'all have a half of a season, no season, or what was y'all deal?
We literally played the last game before going to state, and we won it.
Yeah.
And then right before we went to state, it got cut off.
And y'all were undefeated.
Oh, we lost like 2 or 3 games that year.
Dang. You want that back?
Yes. Bad.
What is it like? So obviously your dad, Mike Miller's NBA player. He's a star. What is that like? People come up and ask you about your dad, I'm sure at times.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of pressure to live up to his name and be as good as him. What's that like growing up?
Oh, I mean, it was definitely an adjustment for me. I mean, obviously living up to a big name like that is pretty tough. But I kind of got used to it because, I mean, I've been on it my whole life.
Yeah, sure.
But, yeah, I mean, I liked it for sure, but it was definitely difficult.
Yeah. You ever had them games where somebody hit you with them, man, you're not as good? Or
Oh, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
that's
Is it
funny.
the crowd or the actual people you're playing against on the court?
Both
Really?
of them, yeah, the crowd,
Guys
everyone.
talking mess about you being Mike
Hey,
Miller's son.
Where were you at
that's
when
harsh.
he hit that 3? When the shoe was off? That's like a
Were
legendary
you like
moment.
3?
There's actually a funny story about that. So there's a practice gym in it was a Miami Heat.
Yeah.
They had a little practice gym inside their place. And I was actually in there playing basketball. So I wasn't even watching.
Oh, what?
My mom.
One of the most iconic
I know.
moments.
And my mom texted me and said, your dad just hit a shot with the one shoe on. And I was over just playing basketball. So
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I was probably 8 or 9.
okay. All right.
Yeah, I was a little older, but
Oh,
I
man.
didn't really care too much about
You weren't worried about
it was
that.
fun for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
It was
no
fun.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
What's it like to be coached by your dad? Because many of us, I think, coaches youth, you know, and then when you get to high school, you go play for somebody else. You end up playing for him in high school. What was that like?
Oh, it was fun, but he was definitely tough on me.
I bet.
A couple of days, he was yelling at me the whole time, or during film or everything.
Yeah.
He would be singling me out the whole time, and we'd talk about it, and we'd bring it back to the house too. Sometimes, like sometimes we'd argue at the house
No
about
doubt.
plays and everything.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was definitely fun.
Did your mom ever get on him about yelling at you?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, she'd always be like, "Don't bring it back to the house. You gotta
Right.
keep it at the gym."
Yeah, kind of talk
That's awesome.
about Stephen Ashworth. Obviously, I'm not gonna say apples and oranges in a because when you say that, I feel like you demoting one to uplifting the other.
I like both apples and oranges. It's okay.
What would you rather have though?
What kind of apple is it?
That's a good Honey Crisp.
If it's a Honeycrisp, I'm taking it
Oh,
over
yeah.
any orange.
So,
but
yeah.
I'll take one of those little cuties.
Yeah.
I love them little cuties, man.
So, but I guess my question is kind of like, what about Ashworth as an addition to your team gives you like a confidence that won't be no drop off from the point guard position? And do you honestly feel like you guys are better or right back at it, or where are you at with him as an addition?
I mean, I really think we're right back at it. I mean, having him, I would say he's a great shooter. Probably better, honestly, one better than Nimhard to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great shooter, and then he's a great floor general too. I mean, he's been playing basketball for the last 5 years in college basketball, so I mean, he knows what he's doing really.
Yeah.
So it's been huge for us.
Who's the guy, if you're in practice, you're in open court, and he's in front of you, who's the hardest to guard?
Hardest to guard? I'd probably have to say Trey. I'd probably be Trey, yeah.
He don't even remove that fast.
Yeah,
though.
I know. It's just fluent with it. You know, he got a fluent game. He knows what he's doing. He can get if he gets that mid range, you can't really guard that mid range.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell me this: like, being here in Omaha, I always want to know, like, from people, especially from my perspective. So I had teammates.
He grew up here.
Yeah, I'm from Omaha. But when I played for the Jays, I had teammates who I thought would never ever like live here. But now these guys got
settled.
kids and wives. Do you? What you think about Omaha? Like,
Oh, it's a great spot. I mean, honestly, like before I came here, I did not expect it to be like this. Like I didn't get to visit because of COVID, of course.
Sure.
right?
And I mean, when I came here, I just didn't expect it to be a city. Like everyone was always telling me, like, dude, it's like corn and everything. But I mean, it's really a great city.
It's black people too, bro.
You know that when you get there. So, Coach Ryan Miller, obviously one of the assistants on your team, and invested here and let it fly. Always kind of talks about how good of a player he is.
Yeah.
Like, give me a kind of a scouting report on Coach Miller.
Oh, I mean, he showed me a lot of film on him. He
broke out his own film?
Yeah,
Was it in black and white?
That means you didn't believe it, bro. You said black and white?
Yeah, because I mean, my freshman year when I was redshirting, he would always have me running off screens as hard as I can. I'd be like, it's impossible. Like it's like he's running
to
as
run
fast.
that hard.
Yeah.
Well, look at me.
And so he'd pull out film and show me all the time. All the time he's running full speed, going to shots and everything. So I mean, I believe it now. So
For sure.
yeah.
It works, man. It works. Okay, so these are the most important questions I'm going to ask you right now. First one is, we enjoy the same candy. My favorite candy is your favorite candy.
Okay.
And
I
what's
love
that?
me some twin snakes.
Yeah, great.
Twin snakes are the best.
Phenomenal, by the way.
Now, do you always eat them together, or do you separate them and eat different flavors?
I'll eat them together.
Always eat them together?
Yeah.
Who put you on to that?
They're the best. See, I like sour, but they're also sweet.
Word.
And together, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But also, sometimes you got to separate them.
I haven't ate a twin
I haven't
snake.
tried that yet. I might have to try that.
Try them. Try them
Yeah, I
separate
might
every
have
now
to.
and then. When I'm driving in the car long distance, I always have my sunflower seeds, I have my drink, and I always have my twin snakes kind of going between them, and I got to do different things. You bite the head off one time and tail the next time. You pull them apart. They're the best.
Why am I clueless to this?
Twin snakes are the best, man.
That's
Do you like
crazy.
sour candy, though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, you'd love them, man. They're really
yeah.
good. Okay, and this one, I'm not as on board as you are. Why Batman? Why is he your favorite? I'm gonna call him a comic book hero
All these
because he's not a
superheroes.
superhero.
He
He's
chose-
not a superhero.
How not?
Why? He got no powers. He's
And
not
one
super.
thing I give Batman, he got them hands.
Exactly.
Batman ready to
You know
fight.
what Superman would do to his hands and rip right through his chest?
Superman's my favorite.
He's not
Yeah.
mine. But why Batman?
Honestly, the movies. The first with
okay.
the first movies I watched.
So like Batman Begins, that
all
group of
those
movies.
movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
them
that'd
with
have been
my
your
dad
wheelhouse,
when I
yeah.
was- When I was younger, I watched them with my dad all the time.
Yeah.
Those are just one of my favorite movies. So.
What's your favorite of the three?
The Dark Knight.
Yeah. I'd probably.
Yeah.
That's
probably
probably the-
It's
second
shot
one.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
really
it's
is.
shot. It's just
And the new
yeah.
one too. I don't know if you've seen the new one yet.
No,
The
I
one
haven't.
came
Oh
out
yeah,
like
that's my
year-
son's
Is there
favorite
one
movie.
out right now?
Yeah, it came out like
came out a
year
year ago.
ago.
Oh,
It's on
word.
HBO Max. My son watches it all the
Yeah,
time. He
it's
loves
great.
that one. It's
Great
really
movie.
good. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Was it
of
like
that.
2 hours though, huh?
Oh, it's a long movie.
It's long. It's long, like 3 hours. Yeah.
It might be.
13 just because of your dad? Because some people, when I was growing up, 13 was unlucky. No one wore 13 unless you were special. Only because of your dad, or what's about 13?
I've always had 13, honestly. I mean, part of it for my dad for sure, but I mean, honestly, I started with 13 in class too. Like we'd have like class numbers and everything.
Yeah.
And I would just get lucky and get 13.
sure.
My dad would be 13, so it just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, for sure.
13 is a bad luck number, man.
What's some of your goals for your personal self? Like last year versus this year, like what do you feel like that you have improved in, and what are you like trying to be better at?
He's handled.
Yeah, like I said earlier.
I feel you.
Being
Yeah,
able
I
to play,
feel you.
make a little better with the team. Being able to make better plays because, of course, we lost that, but lost a little bit of that. But I mean, yeah, that too, and then honestly, just getting more physical and be able to guard bigger players.
Like
so.
a 4?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the biggest change in all of basketball from when I grew up to what it is now. You didn't have 6'9" players handling the ball. 6'9" player was in the post.
Except for Magic.
Yeah, at point, playing point, but nobody played down at the 4 or the 5 that really could handle. I mean, they were, Elijah one actually had he could handle the ball, but most guys couldn't. Now you got 6'9" guys and do everything. You play all the
Yeah,
positions.
the game's changed a lot.
You
definitely.
consider yourself undersized 4 in a 3, or what do you consider yourself?
Yeah, I'd probably say undersized 4, but I mean, a little bit
swing
3
man.
too. Yeah.
It's kind of a swing,
Exactly,
man. I
yeah,
think so.
for sure.
I think you can swing back and forth. Give me your scouting reports on the other young guys. We mentioned some of them earlier. Give me Josiah Dotzler first.
Josiah, he's a
underrated, bro.
Quick dude, by the way.
Underrated.
Coming off like a screen or just honestly just off a drive, like going left, it's tough to be and stay in front of him.
Yeah, make fun of his hair next time you see him. Brock,
dude, funny man.
What about Brock Weiss?
Brock Weiss. So we run a lot of black coverage. So him being able to be a shooter, it's hard to guard him on that because he'll be popping all the time. So he's a great shooter. And then honestly, he can run. He runs pretty good. Like some people don't really know that, but he can run that floor when he wants to. Yeah.
I still can't. When I look at him, I think like, man, this was just in the NFL.
Exactly. Tight end.
He played a little bit of football too in high school.
Crazy,
he had a couple offers.
He looks like a tight end, no doubt. And then Sterling Knox.
Sterling, his mid range has got a lot.
Really?
Gotten really good, by the way. Like they're calling him Baby Trey sometimes.
That's like a lost art, bro. I feel like in college basketball, I love the pull up. I just don't feel like it's shot a lot. To me, I want to see that more.
I mean, Dwayne Wade scored half his points from that spot. You can make a living on it.
Yeah.
You can make a living.
Yeah.
You know, there's no doubt.
That's what I tried to do.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Mac used to get mad at me because, like, I will always just stop and pull up. He either wanted me to catch and shoot the three or get all the way to the basket.
Exactly.
But that was just a part of my game, man. Like, but then when I hit him against Alabama,
right?
You know, when we played them and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Did you win that game?
Yeah, we won. Yeah, we won. They say I fouled them.
They say you fouled them
in the NCAA tournament.
Knowing you, you do foul people a lot. Before we let you go, give me something like a hobby. What do you do? What do you do outside of practice, going to school? You know, what do you do?
I like to golf a little bit.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, golfing a little bit.
Get those extended golf clubs?
Yeah, I got a set of clubs actually this summer.
18 holes?
I go 9 most of the time.
For sure.
You have a lot of time.
18 takes too long. I'll be 9 holes.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit of golf, fishing too. Me and Fred like to go fish.
Who put you on the fishing?
I got put on in high school. One of my friends in high school.
I mean, he was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Them Southerners like to fish.
Oh, they love to fish over there.
Yeah.
And then me and Fred love to go fish all the time. We'll go out to one of the boosters' houses. They always stock ponds.
I did growing up a lot, man.
That's the two of the tallest fishermen in the world.
Now, see, my dad, rest in peace to him. I can let this secret out. He didn't fish with bait, not even stink bait. He'd do something called snagging. He'd just throw a 4-prong hook out and just really slow and snag a fish. Yeah, man.
That's almost like fly fishing a little bit. You got to just kind of move them.
I mean, I know he used to look around while he was doing it, so maybe it was illegal.
We fish with live shrimp where I'm from in Louisiana. Everything's live shrimp. And we don't fish in Louisiana.
Oh, really?
We catch.
It's
not fishing. We just catch. You get everything you need and you're done in an hour. That's how it is.
What's some of the things my last question, what's something you listen to before you play? What get you in your zone?
Oh, get you hype.
I like to listen to a little bit of Drake. Future too. Those are probably my biggest.
So you got an old school a little bit.
You like the new Drake album?
I did like it. I don't know. Do you like it?
I like it. I think that I only asked you that because the rest of the world was hating on it.
Some people were hating on it, but I mean, I
like it. Yeah, for all my dogs. Yeah,
exactly.
You see that spot behind me, and where all that went over my head. Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in. Good job.
Boy, good
we
to
appreciate
see you,
it. Mason Miller, of course, forward there, or swingman for Creighton Blue Jays. All right, welcome back. We appreciate Mason Miller coming on. That was cool.
He a cool dude, man.
He got laid back.
Laid back. Yeah, that's why I was like, man, you kind of mystique. You don't really say too much.
Yeah, I always wonder. So obviously, because of who he is, he never really wanted for money, right?
No,
I mean, he didn't grow up in a situation where you don't know where your food's coming from or your next check's coming from, that kind of thing.
Right.
And guys come up that way. Another way people come up sometimes is, in the shadow of somebody. And having his dad, as great as he was, and have to grow up with that your whole life. Because most kids, by the time they get old enough, their parents done.
Yep.
He played already, then he has kids. Yeah. He was old enough to see his dad play at a prime.
He just didn't care.
He didn't care about it. Exactly. He didn't care about it. Keys to the game, Nebraska and Purdue. Number 1. This is a theme again.
All right.
Number 1, love me some Big Papa plays.
I'm trying to follow him, bro.
Love me some Big Papa plays.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, Purdue, second worst at allowing long plays in the Big Ten, okay? Out of the teams that have only played 7 games like them, they're second worst. Nebraska leads the Big Ten in 10-plus yard rushing plays. I think Nebraska's going to have at least 7 of them.
Okay.
Rushing plays that are over 10 yards. I think they're going to have between 12 and 14 big plays overall because that's what Purdue is giving up. You have to make big plays on this team. That's how you beat them. You get them behind, then all of a sudden they leave their rushing game alone. They start throwing the ball a lot. Bad weather. That's how you beat them.
What does that say about us if we don't make big plays?
Well, part of it
And
could
we
be
still win.
part of it could be the weather.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Nebraska be able to win a methodical game because there are times where you just don't get big plays.
That's
and if
true.
There was a time, if you look back at some of the teams that Bo had, where if they didn't make big plays, they didn't score.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to do both. You got to have methodical plays and you got to have explosive plays. I think this week they'll get some. Now there is a chance, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier. Purdue's come off a bye.
Yeah.
And so when you have time off, you can make adjustments. So
for
maybe
sure.
they figured some stuff out. I don't know, but there's certainly a chance.
Right.
Number 2. Special ed, I got it made teams.
Mm-hmm.
Special ed, I got it made teams. You know what special ed is?
I know who special. I know about.
You know special ed?
I know about Mr. Ed.
You know special ed? No. This is special ed. I mentioned this earlier. Special teams. Nebraska hasn't had great special teams.
Okay.
But they're playing against a team with worse special teams.
Yeah.
Worse net punting, don't make field goals, and again, they don't kick the ball in the end zone for touchbacks. So Nebraska will have a chance to have returns. Nebraska will have a chance to have a good field position. Take advantage of that. Don't mess up on special teams yourself. Allow them to make the mistakes.
Right.
Special teams are important in this game, especially if the weather's bad.
Yeah.
The weather's bad. The third part of football,
Right.
after offense, defense, then special teams, is huge. Take advantage of poor special teams play. And at number 3, third base, gas face. On third down.
We don't really convert,
You
bro.
remember them? No. Nebraska converts okay. The worst team giving up third downs is Purdue. Purdue has given up more
I
third
got
downs.
you. So take advantage of that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, third base, gas face.
Okay.
You guys know about third base? The band, third base? No.
I know about home plate.
You guys need you got to listen to the gas face. You heard the gas face before? It is, oh my God.
Well,
You guys-
my mind goes somewhere different.
we give Hammer the gas face. Oh. But anyway, okay, so Purdue has allowed the most third down conversions in the conference,
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
45 out of 99. Nebraska has only 86. So
Okay.
they haven't had a lot of third downs.
Yeah.
There's only one team in the conference that's had fewer than that. And that's Michigan. Why? Because Michigan doesn't get a third down at all, right?
I know.
So Michigan's got fewer. Nebraska's got the next amount. And in terms of converting them, since they've only had 86, they've converted 32. The only team that's converted fewer than them is Iowa. Iowa's played 8 games and only converted 29 field goals. I mean, third downs. It's
third downs,
It's crazy. So Nebraska needs to win the third down race. Whoever gets to 40%, in my opinion, whoever converts 40% of third downs will win this game.
Right.
So that's all you need to do.
All right.
So score predictions.
I'll go first.
All right, go first. What you
I
got?
feel like this game is going to be never a shutout.
Okay, yeah.
We ain't there yet. That's
Nah,
cool.
Purdue's even offense too good for that.
Yeah, I'll say it's going to be like I'll say 21-14 Nebraska.
21-14.
21-14 Nebraska.
21-14, 7-point game. Nebraska is favored in this game by about 2.5. I picked 24-20. It's a total I have. Now, I picked that on Monday before we knew what the weather was going to be, so it may be lower scoring. However, there are times where you get points scored because of turnovers.
For sure.
Ball comes out, guy scoops it up, scores, so you can get extra points. But I got 24-20. Next week, Coach Greg McDermott? Huh? Yep, he's nodding. He's here now.
What's
Executive
up, my guy?
producer, Phil McLean's here. Coach McDermott next week to preview the season.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Creighton forward Mason Miller, who was really good.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Very cool dude.
Phil McLean, executive producer, when he's here. Technical director, Val Elvis. Val Elvis, we appreciate him.
Yeah.
Production coordinator, Mac Pittman, is gone. He went to the bathroom.
My guy.
And for a little while, Meg was here.
Meg.
Social media maven.
Yeah.
Social media maven Meg.
I feel it.
She was here earlier.
I feel it.
Reminder, never a bad time.
For Omaha Steaks.
Never a bad
to give
time.
or get.
Give or get. Remember, 31st of October is a very special day.
Yes.
Not Halloween.
No.
Josh's birthday.
My birthday.
So if
There
you want to
you
give
go.
him, here's something to give you.
Yeah.
The value freezer filler with free shipping. If you want to get your freezer filled with Omaha Steak stuff, this is what you need.
Man.
This is what you get. 4 6-ounce bacon wrapped filet mignon.
Yeah.
You get 4 5-ounce butcher cup top sirloins. You get 4 5-ounce air chilled boneless chicken breasts, boneless pork chops, and steak burgers. All of that to fill your freezer
Them
up.
steak burgers hit, man.
For $179. That's free shipping.
Yeah.
That's over 50% off. Never a bad time, as I said, to give Omaha Steaks or get them as well. It is a great gift, and Christmas is coming up.
I know. Man, that's crazy.
You don't want to go shopping?
Man, you just skip Thanksgiving.
You know what? I'm not a fan of Thanksgiving.
I feel
Do you like turkey? I don't
I
like
like
turkey.
him better.
I don't like turkey.
I like ham better.
See, I'd rather have. You ever heard of beef? I'm a big fan of beef. I would rather have something involving beef.
I feel you.
Than having turkey.
Yeah.
And I don't really like ham.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm not a big ham fan either.
You know what I look forward to most on Thanksgiving?
Tell me.
Is every year
Sweet
after
potato pie.
Thanksgiving, we go bowling.
Really?
We do.
We used to go to the movies. That's cool. We used to go to the movies.
Yeah,
I have not bowled since I had my knee replaced. I don't even know how it's going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that.
I mean, I cheat. I use them little kid balls and I just.
Oh, man. And you get the bumpers inflated too? No.
Man, you funny, dog.
Well, again, if you want to give something for Christmas, you don't want to go shopping, all you got to do is get online. Omaha Steaks will hook you up as well. Josh?
Hey, look.
Yeah.
It's Josh Jones here with my guy, Michael Severe. You know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.